Hi everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favorite mango from outer space. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, it will help you keep updated for more of my future Commander content. In this video, I aim to show you some brilliant and unique free colored commanders that are definitely worth trying out. Each of them are out of the ordinary and possess unique abilities that truly make them different and remarkable. I'm hoping there may even be a few commanders listed in this video that you may have never even seen before. Before we start, I would like to mention my friends at Paramount Designs. They make amazing playmats with fantastic quality. If you're interested in picking up a new playmat, check out the link in my description below, which is offering a special discount code for my YouTube viewers. Okie dokie, without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Let's dive into these commanders. Number 1. Vazi, Keen Negotiator. A legendary human advisor creature that costs 1 green, 1 red, 1 black and 2 generic mana to cast. She has 3 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Haste. For tap, target opponent creates X treasure tokens where X is the number of treasure tokens you created this turn. Whenever an opponent casts a spell or activates an ability, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it or activate it, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, then draw a card. Okay, Vazi is a very interesting and unique commander indeed, offering a fun treasure route to build around. Vazi offers big political plays. If you like the sound of bribing your opponents with treasures for something in return, I think you'll massively enjoy piloting this deck. Kinda makes you feel like a pirate docking up on bay, spending your plunder / treasures for something else. Something cool. What makes Vazi a great treasure style commander is the fact we get rewarded whenever an opponent casts a spell or activates an ability if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it. This also counts for the treasure they're generating, not just from the treasures we're giving them, yeah? With treasures being so popular in the commander format, you are almost guaranteed to be able to abuse this ability every game you play. And let's not forget, we can give opponents treasure too with Vazi's ability. Each time an opponent uses a treasure, we get +1/+1 counter on target creature and draw a card. This is just awesome, and the value will stack up very fast. I love drawing cards, and Vazi helps achieve this with ease. Overall, Vazi Keen Negotiator is an incredibly fun commander to play with that offers a unique twist to your commander games, and you can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Number 2. Obeka, Brute Chronologist. A legendary ogre wizard creature that costs 1 red, 1 black, 1 blue and 1 generic mana to cast. She has 3 power and 4 toughness and says the following. For tap, the player whose turn it is may end the turn. Exile all spells and abilities from the stack. The player whose turn it is discards down to their maximum hand size, damage wears off, and this turn and until end of turn effects end. Okay, I feel like what makes Obeka so unique as a commander is how she pretty much is the only commander out there that has that unique ability, which is the same as the classic artifact Sundial of the Infinite. We've never had a commander in the past capable of doing what she does. We have to use other sources such as the artifact I just mentioned, Sundial of the Infinite. Allowing the active player to end their turn may sound a little lackluster, but it can be very powerful. A very powerful tool indeed, both politically and mechanically, and can act as a combo piece for us. There are many ways you can build an Obeka deck, which is great. A personal favourite strategy of mine with Obeka is to abuse creatures that are meant to die at the end of turn and keep them with Obeka's ability. Very, very cool. You can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Number 3. The Beamtown Bullies. A legendary ogre devil warrior creature that costs 1 green, 1 black, 1 red and 1 generic mana to cast. It has 4 power and 4 toughness and says the following. Vigilance Haste. For tap, target opponents whose turn it is puts target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under their control. It gains haste. Gold it. At the beginning of the next end step, exile it. Until your next turn, that creature attacks each combat if able and attacks a player other than you if able. Alrighty, Beamtown Bullies gets a lot of hate, okay? They are often a real pain to play against and can feel very overwhelming at times. However, they are in fact an incredibly unique commander. No other commander does what the Beamtown Bullies do, and we have to acknowledge that. No matter how much of a nuisance they may be, they are certainly unique. So yes, the idea with the Beamtown Bullies is to fill our deck with loads of awful creatures that have terrible enter the battlefield effects that nerf the person controlling them and using them. We then need to get those creatures into our graveyards so that we can gift them to our opponents by using the Beamtown Bullies activated ability. This is very easily done. Much like the commander's name implies, you'll be bullying your opponents with this commander. With a command like this, be ready for being the arch enemy on the table. People know exactly what you're trying to do and will likely try to remove the Beantown Bullies every time it enters the battlefield. Overall, a very unique commander that comes with a hefty operating cost when playing. Try not to lose your friends. You can buy this commander for around $1. Number 4. Kelsien the Plague. A human assassin creature that costs 1 black, 1 white and 1 red mana to cast. He has 2 power and 2 toughness and says the following. Vigilance Haste. Kelsien the Plague gets +1/+1 for each experience counter you have. For tap, Kelsien deals 1 damage to target creature you don't control. When that creature dies this turn, you get an experience counter. Alright, so Kelsien may be the assassin you've been looking for. He's a great one and a super unique assassin to play. There are a few ways to use and abuse this cool commander, but I believe the best trick with Kelsien is to give him Death Touch and then quietly sit in the background sniping opponents' creatures with ease by using Death Touch alongside his activated ability, as each time you deal 1 damage to an opponent's creature, the Death Touch will trigger and kill it. Super nice, right? Then you can also generate a heck of a lot of counters on Kelsien too, and perhaps swing for commander damage. Kelsien offers a slow game plan as it takes time to get the snowball rolling, but when it does, it's an absolute colossus of a snowball to stop. He offers great control and can be built numerous ways. An overall awesome commander and well worth trying out for that unique twist that he offers. You can buy this commander for around $2.50. Number 5. Kalia Zenith Seeker. A legendary human cleric creature that costs 1 black, 1 white and 1 red mana to cast. She has 3 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Flying Vigilance. Whenever Kalia Zenith Seeker enters the battlefield, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an angel card, a demon card and or a dragon card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Kalia Zenith Seeker is a wonderful commander if you're into angels, demons or dragons. You can either build a deck with all 3 of these creature types, or you can pick 2, or you can even pick 1. All possibilities are great, and run fluid with this commander, making her a versatile tribal/tybal commander. This is what makes her unique in my opinion. Her ability is fantastic and helps us to siphon through our deck to find the creatures we need, putting them directly into our hand. Lots of fun to play with. Make sure to play some nice flicker effects so that you can abuse her enter the battlefield trigger over the game. We have the color white, so this shouldn't be so much of a problem, quite easily achieved. You can buy this commander for around $6.50. Number 6. Mazzy, Truesword Paladin. A legendary halfling knight creature that costs 1 white, 1 green, 1 red and 1 generic mana to cast. She has 3 power and 4 toughness and says the following. Whenever an enchanted creature attacks one of your opponents, it gets +2/+0 and gains trample until the end of turn. Whenever an aura you control is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, exile it. Until the end of your next turn, you may cast that card. Okay, Mazzy is an interesting commander indeed. Mazzy, Truesword Paladin, is a unique commander because of her ability to boost the power and toughness of enchanted creatures you control whenever they attack. This ability can quickly turn the tide of a battle into your favour and can make Mazzy a formidable threat on the battlefield. Additionally, Mazzy's second ability is fantastic for replaying any auras that are sent to the graveyard, as you get a second chance to cast them until the end of your next turn. Very nice. Often Mazzy is played as a Voltron commander, but you can also focus on a go wide approach, which by that I mean enchanting as many creatures as you can and use an army of creatures to rampage over your opponent's life totals, as whenever they attack they get the trample and they also get +2/+0, as long as they have an aura. You can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Number 7. Sefris of the Hidden Ways. A legendary human wizard creature that costs 1 black, 1 blue and 1 white mana to cast. Sefris has 2 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Whenever 1 or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, venture into the dungeon. This ability triggers only once each turn. To venture into the dungeon, enter the first room or advance to the next room. Create Undead. Whenever you complete the dungeon, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, Sefris is certainly a unique commander, and an absolute blast to play, as she offers the very unique and interesting dungeon mechanic to your game of Commander, and she can play around with the ever popular Graveyard Recursion archetype, which many Commanders players, including myself, enjoy. Sefris offers a great colour pie of white, blue and black, which is brilliant for control, removal spells and even protection spells. Sefris is an enjoyable commander because of her unique ability which allows you to venture into dungeons, and she also allows you to manipulate cards within your graveyard, overall allowing for creative and unpredictable plays that can surprise your opponents. She's honestly a pleasure to play, and I find the dungeon mechanic to just be excellent. You can buy this commander for around $1. Number 8. My apologies if I butcher this commander's name. Parnesse, the Subtle Brush. Is it Parnesse? 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 I don't know, but we're going to say Parnesse. So, Parnesse, a legendary vampire wizard creature that costs 1 red, 1 black, 1 blue, and 2 generic mana to cast. Parnesse has 4 power and 4 toughness and says the following. Whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless that player pays for life. Whenever you copy a spell, up to 1 target opponent may also copy that spell. They may choose new targets for that copy. Okay, Parnesse is a spell copying commander with a twist, as whenever we copy a spell, up to 1 target opponent may also copy that spell, leading to a scary predicament. Will they use the copy spell against us or to help us? That's why if you're planning on playing this commander and copying spells with her, be ready to make some allies and get political. Trust me, things are a lot easier if you make opponents feel like you're gifting them a free spell as long as they don't target you. However, it's not all doom and gloom if an opponent does decide to target us or our permanents, as when we control Parnesse, whenever you or opponent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless that player pays 4 life. This ability should be enough to deter players from targeting us at all. 4 life can be a hefty pill to swallow, especially in the late game. Overall, Parnesse is a unique commander with a great colour pie and an exciting commander to pilot. You can buy this commander for around $1. Number 9. Maraf, Will of the Wild. A legendary elemental beast creature that costs 1 white, 1 green and 1 red mana to cast. It has 0 power and 0 toughness and says the following. Maraf, Will of the Wild, enters the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. For X, remove X +1/+1 counters from Maraf and choose 1. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature, X can't be 0. Maraf deals X damage to any target, X can't be 0. Or create an XX green elemental creature token, X can't be 0. 3 pretty cool abilities. Now, this is a very odd and unique commander. It may even look challenging for players to build, and I don't blame you, it is a little bit of a head scratch. Maraf's abilities allow players to use him in a variety of different ways, making him a versatile and adaptable commander. Players can use his abilities to buff up creatures, remove threats or damage opponents' life totals, and even create elemental tokens. Maraf's ability to repeatedly remove counters to deal damage, create tokens, or put counters on creatures makes him a great mana sink. This means players can always find something to do with the excess mana, especially in the late game. Overall, Maraf, Will of the Wild is a strong commander choice for players who enjoy flexible and adaptable strategies, as well as those who enjoy building around the +1/+1 counters theme and are looking for a more advanced deck to build, as it does require some thinking. You can buy this commander for around 80 cents. Number 10, the final card on my list. Gimbal, Gremlin, Prodigy. A legendary Gremlin artificer creature that costs 1 red, 1 blue, 1 green and 2 generic mana to cast. It has 4 power and 4 toughness and says the following. Artifact creatures you control have trample. At the beginning of your end step, create a 0/0 red Gremlin artifact creature token. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is number of differently named artifact tokens you control. Okay, so with Gimbal, you can create gremlins. Any gremlin lovers out there? Those are great movies. Well, if you do love the Gremlins, you'll love Gimbal. Gimbal is a pretty wacky and unique commander. For starters, as I stated earlier, he creates Gremlins, which is a creature type you don't often see in Commander. Secondly, he can give all your artifacts trample, which is an aggressive style you don't often find in artifact decks. Gimbal Gremlin Prodigy is a unique commander because he offers a different playstyle than most other Artificer and Artifact commanders out there. Gimbal's ability synergizes well with artifact focused decks as he can generate tokens to fuel various artifact based strategies. This can lead to explosive turns and powerful board presence. Overall, Gimbal Gremlin Prodigy is a powerful and flexible commander that can lead to fun and dynamic gameplay experiences for players who enjoy artifact based strategies. You can buy this commander for around $1. Okay everyone, we have come to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for making it this far. If you did enjoy the video, please could drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. I would really like to know if you have any recommendations on a unique free coloured commander. If you do, please share in the comment section below. I love reading your comments and I always try my best to answer them all. Also, please let me know if you have any video ideas that you would like me to do. I'm open to all the ideas, so let me know. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye.